Today I've got 6 beautiful new inks arrived through the post, all with the theme of the ocean. So let's try them out. This is Sailor Arctic Circle. Let's just get plenty on there. Do a swatch first. Wow, okay, this is kind of first appearance, really wet. It's like the colour reminds me of a miserable wet day here in the UK, where it's all very, very dreary. Really wet. Not much saturation, not much colour going on. It really doesn't show up very well. So Sailor Arctic Circle. Not a massive fan of that, I've got to say. I do prefer the blues. I prefer the blues with a bit more saturation. Put that one to one side. Which one next? Monteverde, Ocean Noir. Ocean Noir. So I'm expecting something quite dark out of this one. You can see probably from the bubble on the top there. This is quite a deep, dark blue with some bright saturation. Let's see what it looks like on the page. Wow. Okay. That's more like it. That's got a lot going on. It's deep, it's dark, it's moody. Monteverde, Ocean Noir. Beautiful. I'm guessing they're all going to look slightly different when they're dried. So I'm not going to judge them now. I'm not going to put them in order of my ranking. But let's just keep them coming. What do we have next? Jacque, Ocean Blue. Not very original with their names. Just put that one there. Ocean Noir, Ocean Blue. Arctic Circle. That's a good description of that ink, definitely. Okay, beautiful purple. Quite bright. Not as saturated as the Monteverde that we just had. But I quite like that one too. It's drying a little bit lighter. Oh, wow. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. So this is starting to dry with just a little hint of shimmer. I don't know if you can see that. Jacque, Ocean Blue. It's a little bit more like Ocean Purple. I'm just going to bring this one up a little bit closer again. Just see if we can start to show that little bit of shimmer. It's relatively subtle. It's like a little bit of silver sand just on the top. What do we have next? A Robert Oster Blue Lagoon. You'll know I'm a big fan of Robert Oster's Bantam Blue, so this has got a lot to live up to for me. Oh wow, okay. Okay. I'm liking this one too. Some great inks. Some great inks. So this one's Robert Oster. Blue Lagoon. And this is the Sailor Hocoro. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I've got a fine nib on this today. I do have a feed in place as well, just to make sure that I'm not running out part way through. I do find it helps. The fine nib isn't quite as bad as the broad nibs. The broad nibs, as soon as you dip it in and start writing with it, it really does run out very, very quickly. This one stands up a little bit more just because it's a finer line. Next up we have Diamine Marine. This one's looking a little greenish, teal maybe. It's beautiful as well. These are just fabulous inks. Diamine Marine. Just put that one there. Last but not least, we've got Ocean Noir. Okay, this is a shimmer ink. Ocean Wave, I think, is I'd say Monteverde ink, but I will just double check that. Obviously, it's not written on the bottle. I will double check and I'll put that in the description. Wow, this is a similar shade to the Rob Oster. Just put a couple of blobs on there as well, just to see if that shimmer will start to come out. Let's just write the name of that. Ocean Wave. All of these onto the edge. Now, I'll just show the Jacque a little bit closer now it's dried. You can probably catch the shimmer a little bit better. The Monteverde, Ocean Noir, very, very deep. You can see it's almost black. Right, it's fully saturated, but comes out still with a nice dark blue writing in fine. So if that was in a medium, you'd probably get some of the shading come through as well. Robert Oster, Blue Lagoon. Lovely. Looks like it may have a little bit of shimmer in there. If it does, it's very, very subtle. Very subtle. The Sailor Arctic Circle. It's very, how to describe it? It's very flat. It's almost a grey blue, a little bit like clouds on a rainy day, a little bit overcast. Like I said, a bit like the UK. Diamine Marine, almost teal, maybe duck egg blue. It's a very nice colour. And we have still drying, but you can see the thicker patches there, which are still wet. The other bits have dried, and you can see the shimmering very, very nicely. Lovely. Ocean Wave, which as I said, I think is a Monteverde one. I will double check, and I'll pop that in the notes. How would I rank them? Oh, it's really tricky. This one really pops for me. I think maybe that would be towards the top. I think, as you can probably tell from my reactions to these, I like the saturated blues. Big fan of saturated blues. And I do prefer a slightly lighter blue or mid blue. And the fact that this just seems to have a very little bit of subtle shimmer, I think tips the scales for me. So Robert Oster Blue Lagoon, I think, will be my number one. Monteverde Ocean Noir, number two. Very, very close between these two, though. Then where next? I think Diamine Marine. The Ocean Wave's really nice. Really nice. It's a very, very heavy shimmer on this. And I like the shading that's coming through. 4th, 5th, and 6th is very difficult to place. I'm not a big fan of the Sailor. It's just a little bit too washed out for me. I think some people will really appreciate this, the subtlety of this colour. And in the fine nib, it is coming through as a bluey grey. I think that's got to go last for me, though. It just doesn't do it for me. Jacque Ocean Blue is more purple. Ocean Purple might be a better name for it. Or Ocean Lavender. Would I move these? No, I don't think I would. I think I'm happy with that. So going first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. That's how I would rank these. How would you rank them? Let me know in the comments. And also let me know if there are any other inks that you'd like me to try out. This is from one of the subscription boxes from Cult Pens, a UK retailer. They do these subscriptions where every month you get a different set of inks, usually around 6 different mini bottles of ink that you get. Great way to sample new inks. And also I find that I can buy ink samples from various websites, but I have to choose them, and I'm probably going to go for ones that are my specific taste or I've been dying to try out. Getting recommendations from other people or trying inks out that maybe I wouldn't have tried on my own, I think is really good. I would have picked this Sailor Arctic Circle, but it's nice to see. It's nice to see that. I probably wouldn't have picked the Ocean Wave either again, but that's nice to see that on the page. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please like and subscribe. I'll see you again.